Hey, everybody. Have you ever thought about going on a Disney cruise? And you have a couple of really great friends that you want to go on that cruise, and you realize there's three different approaches to coming on the cruise line because maybe one of your friends might be the first time Disney cruiser. She's been on cruises before. And the other friend, boy, she's done a lot of great cruises with Disney. So you realize you have three different perspectives getting on the Disney cruise. So we're getting ready to go on that cruise together. I wanted to have a discussion with Melissa, who also has a YouTube channel called Whistle While You Work, and also Tara. Tara is one of our official spokespeople for the Near Disney YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed and liked, please do so because we have over 1,000 videos talking about everything within a 25-mile radius, the Cinderella Castle. But I wanted to say a big thank you to Dee Bellavati because we wanted to make sure that you got a good quality video talking about all these great things about this Disney cruise. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Near Disney YouTube channel. And actually, I think you've got Whistle While You Work with us today, too. Right, Melissa?
That's right. Glad to be here.
So glad to have you here. And Tara is one of our official correspondents for the Near Disney YouTube channel.
Hello, good to be here.
We live in the town that Disney built, Celebration, Florida, and we want to show you what a really great opportunity it is to live here and to be able to go on a Disney cruise. And we are going to come at it with three different points of view because it's Melissa's first time on a Disney cruise, right?
That's right. It's my first Disney cruise. I am so pumped and so excited.
I love it. And then Tara is going to be, like, if you think of the three bears and you've got one bear, it's the first time. Tara is our expert bear that I'm going to say, because Tara, you want to talk about how many cruises you may have taken? And
this will be my 12th. Been blessed. Yes, this will be my 12th. It's been an amazing addiction.
Yes, amazing. And
Yes.
then Rod and I are kind of in the middle. We've been blessed because, as many of you know, that my husband works for Disney, and there's many times where we're asked to go on cruises as he's working and I'm enjoying it. But I would say even in all total, I maybe have taken 6 at the total. So you can see with Tara doing double that much, what a beautiful thing it is when 3 amigos get together and we're getting cruise together.
Yay! Exciting.
Yeah, so exciting. So my name is Kim Hawk, once again, with Near Disney YouTube channel, and we're just going to go at it, right? So Melissa, you're getting ready to experience a cruise for the first time. Anything in particular you're excited about?
I'm really excited. Like I said, I've done cruise before, but this is my very first Disney cruise. So I know, and the one thing I've always wanted to do a Disney cruise, and I know the minute that I do this first Disney cruise, I'm not going to want to do any other kinds of cruises because I just see they're top level. But I am a total rookie, and I'm learning as I go along of everything to get ready for the cruise. So not new to cruising totally, but first Disney cruise.
I love that. And Tara, I think, why don't we give some guidance for other newbies that are out there? Because I think there might be Facebook groups or YouTube channels or that type of thing that kind of give helpful hints. Is that correct?
There's a tremendous amount of information out there. I also just started, when I started Disney cruising, with the Disney Cruise Line website, because it gives you a tremendous amount of information on everything you can plan ahead of time, from the excursions to what your schedule could look like, and especially the importance of downloading that cruise line app before you sail.
Yes. And what's the name of the cruise line app that we need to make sure everybody's aware of?
The Disney Cruise Line Navigator app.
Yes. I actually have said, Melissa, many times that Disney needs to hire Tara because she knows exactly.
Hey,
and she's been so helpful. She's been so helpful. Right?
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know. We've been chatting back and forth. Don't forget this and don't forget that. Like, okay.
That's right.
Because there's many times, you guys out there, and I can share this from the middle bear point of view. By the time I got on the cruise, things were already booked. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't know better to go ahead and start registering for some things. Tara, you want to talk about maybe some of those?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, a lot of it is dependent too on your Castaway Cay status, they call it. So on your second sailing, your silver, And the status continues. It goes silver, gold, platinum, and pearl. So those levels allow you to book a little earlier. So they do play into all of it on maybe say the cabana booking. That's very popular. Only so many, and the demand is much higher than the availability. So that really plays into it a lot. But no matter where you sit, I think booking early will always be helpful. Some excursions are far more popular than others. So especially the ones on Castaway, you want to book early.
And I'm happy to report that the three of us, because of Tara, were able to snag one of those items that you were talking about. You want to talk a little bit about what you made available to us?
We did. We were able to secure a cabana at Lookout. Yes, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I believe that one's up to 10 to 12 guests, so we'll have plenty of space. The wonderful thing about it is you have your own little beach access, private space. Obviously, you're indoors if it should rain or if it's really hot. And it includes when you're at Castaway, at least, it includes your bike rentals, your snorkel gear, and also your floaties. Wow. So little something for everybody, but that's going to be exciting. And actually, it'll be my first time cabana at Lookout. I've been at one at Castaway, but first one at Lookout. So I'm excited to see that.
Yay.
Yeah.
So this cruise that we're taking, basically we're kind of going out in the water for about 4 days, but there's 2 islands that are affiliated with Walt Disney World that we're going to. Melissa, are you excited about either one of those more so?
I'm excited about both. And as a newbie here, first timer, I've been diving into a lot of just content. I created the YouTube channel for me because I just love learning about different things, and that's kind of how I learn things. So I've been learning about, Lookout I think that's the newer island from what I understand. And so, and it has a little bit of a longer walk out, yes. out to where you need to go. And then yes. Castaway's been around for a while too. And there's just a lot of fun things to do on there. And they both seem like they're both awesome, but they have a different vibe. So that's why I'm excited about seeing the different vibes with both. I think it's really cool that this is just like the best of everything, because we have time on the ship and then we have time on each island to kind of figure out what our favorites are.
Very true.
Very good. And very good point about this new island. It is a much longer walk. Mm-hmm. So helpful to have our newbie remind us about that, because you want to make sure you've got the right footwear when you go out there, right? To get to our cabana. And then make sure you're bringing your sunscreen and all that kind of good stuff. So the three of us have been talking about what we're packing. And one of the fun things that's so sweet, between the three of us, we've all decided we've got magnets that we're trying to give to each other to put on the door.
We do.
I love it.
Oh, so the three amigos. And so what's beautiful is we'll be able to dine together with one another, but then you also have your own personal quiet time if you want. We're all we have our balconies. To me, you guys, one of the beauties of the Disney cruise lines is that the attention to detail, how beautiful the ships are. Yeah. How it's just the colors are fabulous. And then once you get into your room, and the rooms are spacious, and then you open up a balcony and you get to sit out there and enjoy the water. I honestly feel like the Disney cruise is pretty much a destination too. It's not like you feel like you got to get on this cruise and you got to go to all these different towns. Do you agree, Tara, with as much as you've traveled?
I definitely agree. As a matter of fact, I have friends who sometimes don't even get off the ship at certain excursions, especially if they've done them several times before. They want to use the time to maybe have a little bit more space in the pools, do the water slide, the aqueduct. They want to, see everything the ship has to offer. So yeah, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. And so, Melissa, when you were checking and doing some research, are there any cool things on the ship that you're looking forward to doing that we should put on our list to do?
Yeah, well, I'm just definitely excited about exploring the ship. I know we talked a little bit about bingo, so I'm definitely excited about playing some bingo and watching you ladies do some karaoke. I don't know, I might have to convince to get to do the karaoke.
The pro.
Really fun. I'm also really excited to see characters too. That's another thing. I know they're on the ship, and I love seeing the characters, and so I'm excited to see them on the ship too.
Yeah.
Yes, well, we're all going to have our cameras. We're all YouTubers, and so we'll make sure we get a lot of great footage while we're on there, and we'll do a follow-up story when we come back. Hopefully we'll be a lot tanner and a lot more relaxed. So we've decided, three of us, we're just going to go on a cruise. It's kind of like a 4-night cruise. It's so wonderful living in Celebration, being able to drive over maybe an hour and 15 minutes or something, parking a car. Parking fees are about $20 a day, and you just leave that car there for 4 days. You come back, it's right next to where the cruise ships come in. And we haven't had to have concerns about, you got to get in the night before, you got to find a hotel to make sure you don't miss your onboarding onto the boat and miss it, because there's so many airlines right now that are canceling flights and doing that stuff. So a lot of times, if you are watching and you do that, that's great. But just know, maybe it's a good idea to come in even a couple of days early versus just 1 day. So that way, if your flight is canceled, why not come to Celebration? There's a beautiful Celebration Inn. There's a place called the Malaya that's here in town as well. And the three of us will share. It's so easy to go from here to Cape Canaveral and get on one of the Disney cruises. Yeah,
It is.
Yeah. So Tara, talk to us about what it's like. Okay, so we've arrived in the parking garage. And then when we're boarding this boat, anything in particular we should tell people what it's like?
It's pretty seamless, right? It's Disney, so it's a well-oiled machine. They know how to do it and have cast members from the second you park your car until you're getting onto the ship. So you can't get wrong. The most important things, obviously, which they send many emails to remind, is that you have all your documents. Right, you have your passport and all the things that you need. One big thing is that I've heard a few people have made an accidental mistake is you can't bring irons. Don't bring an iron or a steamer.
I've done that before, and they took it.
Yep, exactly.
You did that.
Yep, that's the one tricky thing. Other than that, the rest are pretty obvious. But they still have that for you to use on each deck. That's all available with laundry services. But just remember not to pack that. But besides that, it's a well-oiled machine. You're going to get on easy. Just make sure you have all of your documents, and you're set. They'll send you the bag tags in the mail. If you forget them, I have one time forgotten them. It's not a big deal. They will have people at the front. Of course, they think of everything, and they will give you one. They'll write your stateroom on it, and you're all set. So easy peasy.
Easy peasy. And then I can't wait when we see Melissa's face, Paul's face, when they actually walk into this cruise, because not all cruise lines are like this. We've tried different cruise lines, done videos on them, and other cruise lines, sometimes you walk into an area and then you have to walk up the steps and you walk around the corner. You feel like you've arrived, right? Tara, you want to talk about what it feels like when you arrive, what happens?
When you arrive, it's so special, Melissa. It really is. As you approach and it's your turn, there will be a podium and a cast member. They'll ask you for your last name, and then they will announce you to 2 lines of cast members greeting you. The Disney Cruise Line is proud to welcome the Pruitt family, and they clap and you walk on. It's magic from the second you arrive.
I'm excited. I'm a big baby, so you're probably going to see tears coming right away, first thing in the morning.
You know what's fun? I think we board first, so I'm going to be texting y'all to make sure to see when you come on, and I will video the whole scene for everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Done? Yeah.
One of my favorite things, a long time ago, I used to be a tour guide for Walt Disney World when I was in my early 20s. And one of my favorite things was, I used to say when it was children that saw the Magic Kingdom for the first time, but it really wasn't just children, it was adults when you see the Magic Kingdom for the first time. So imagine, like, if you walk into the ballroom, Cinderella's ballroom, right? And the colors are beautiful. Or if you walk some of the other ships you might be walking in, and it's Jasmine and Aladdin or whatever. But there's always some feeling of I've arrived, and Disney is welcome you kind of into a ballroom situation, right, Tara?
It really is. It's there's nothing like it. It's just beautiful. And it's all the magic that Disney has created on land that we all love. They've just brought it to the sea, and they've done a spectacular job. We love it. Yeah. It really is.
And then as far as food, Melissa's been doing these great YouTube videos, and everything from being at Epcot Center, and if there's, trying different foods that might be in Epcot, or there's different themes going on. So can you imagine, her mind is just going to get blown. All the restaurants that are
I'm excited to try everything out and just be curious with it. I'm going to be filming some things, just like kind of just taking everybody along on the adventure too, because I don't know what to expect. It's going to be really exciting.
Yes. And some of those early reservations that Tara was talking about, like we have a girlfriend that we found out that is going to be joining too. She's part of that Pearl thing. She's getting very close. Her name's Deb Haggerty. She's going to be there. I just realized during the same time. She's 2 cruises away from getting to have her 51st cruise with Disney Cruise Line. When that happens, you guys, you get your name on a plaque over in Port Canaveral forever and ever, saying that you've hit 51 cruises. So I think this will be her 49th.
Wow.
But she would say things like, have you made reservations for the special restaurants? Because sometimes there's an upcharge if you want to do an upcharge. Well, don't you know, our Tara, she knew that. And she was arguing that for us so that we don't get shut out, and that could be heartbreaking because you get on there and you'd be like, I really wanted to go to this restaurant, right? Yeah. And there's also things like bourbon tastings. It's so sweet. My girlfriends were not into the bourbon thing, but my husband is. And so, we might be reserving something prior so that when we get on there, that's available to us. But let's talk a little bit about the food, Tara. What do you want to say about Disney Cruise Line food?
I think what's really fun is the rotational dining that they have. So we'll be on the Wish, right? So we have Arendelle, like a frozen theme. We have 1923, which is kind of like that Hollywood Disney animation theme. I love it. And then we have the Worlds of Marvel. So you never find out which one you start at until you get onto the ship. Mm-hmm. And then from there you will just have a rotation. And what's special is that your crew, your servers, they go with you to each of the restaurants. So you'll have the same servers, and they some of the most hardworking people on the ship and make it truly magical.
I love that they travel along with you too.
Yeah.
You really get to know them and they get to know your preferences too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. And if we're allergic to anything, and what our favorite drink is and that type of thing.
Yeah. So I have a sister who is gluten-free and they're very accommodating to that as well, all of it. So they'll just get all that ahead of time and yeah. And then we also, like you said, Kim, we do have a reservation for Palo, which is the adult dining. Yeah, that will be fun.
Yes. And it's wonderful to travel with people that know, like, hey, we got to get up on the deck right now because there might be fireworks popping off of this, cruise ship. They're the only cruise line, I believe, that does that. Is that right?
Yes, I think that's true. Disney is. Yeah, and it's Pirate Night. Pirate Night is when they do the fireworks, usually around 10 p.m. It's fantastic. But yeah, I think Disney is the only one that does the fireworks at sea. It's spectacular.
Wow.
And I love we all were collectively talking to make sure that we knew, hey, if you want to pack a pirate outfit, it might be good to pack one now versus try to figure out when you're on the cruise. I'm sure we could probably get some ears that say pirate something or other. But anyway, my girlfriends, they know how to dress. They're going to do that. And there's also kind of a dressy night too, right?
There is. Yeah, there is. And it's pretty wide, spectrum. So I've seen women in full gowns. You can really go as themed out as you want, just like you would see at the parks. A lot of fun. Pirate Night is pretty amazing for sure. You will see people that look like they could be cast in the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It's incredible. There you go. See?
Paul picked up his pirate hat here.
Perfect. Perfect. And here's the bandanas that we will all get.
I love it.
Yeah, you can, some people the kids will wear them, people will wear them on your head, you name it. But that's cool. It's going to be a fun night.
And Paul, I understand, is a Marvel fan, right? So I think he's looking forward.
Yeah, we're really looking with the Marvel. We're excited to check out with the Marvel dining and see what that's all about because I understand it's a little bit more interactive as well too. And so I think that's part of the fun with anything with Disney is like it's more than just the food, but it's the entire experience. So that's what we're really looking forward to as well.
Yes. So of all the restaurants, Tara, which one is your favorite? Or do you have like a favorite bar or a favorite coffee shop or ice cream parlor or?
Ooh, I'd have to put it in categories because there's just too many favorites. Cove Cafe would be my favorite, the coffee shop in the adult only section. Deck 13, it's wonderful. My favorite restaurant would have to go to Palo. It's really, really fantastic. A great experience. That's also adult only dining. My favorite parlor.
That's a good point, because I think as a first timer, I think with Melissa, maybe were you ever asking, did you think in your mind ever this Disney cruise means only people with kids? Was that ever?
It did cross my mind a little bit with that as well. I know, there's tons of adults and Disney adults, but also just the vibe of like, because I've been on other cruises before where it's just kids, a lot of kids everywhere. And I'd be really curious, Tara, about like, the adults section and the kids section and how that looks and the energy with that. Because I know there's definitely going to be kids on the cruise too, but I know there's probably a lot of adults that could just relax and enjoy too.
There are. No, absolutely. And so we'll be on the Wish next week. And the interesting part is that the adult only section on the Wish is aft. It's at the back of the ship. So in my opinion, it's the best. In my opinion, it's the best adult only section because there's no real like walkthrough, right? So it's not, if you're on one of the older ships, the Dream or the Fantasy, the adult section is kind of in the middle where people are just crossing through to go from one stateroom to the next or one location to the next. So there's kind of that traffic, which is understandable. But on the Wish, it's all the way tucked in the back. So it does have that true adult only feeling, and it's quite peaceful. There's a pool, there's hot tubs, there's lounge chairs, and there's that coffee shop, the Cove Cafe.
Oh, love my coffee.
Me too.
And there's movie theaters. There's a movie theater on the ship, and the entertainment will blow your socks off, right?
Truth.
Yeah, and I'm a Broadway girly, and I hear that the shows are fantastic.
Amazing. I will share a story. Being in real estate, I remember seeing a lot of the Broadway performers during COVID moving to Central Florida because, Broadway shut down, right? And so they were getting jobs on these cruise lines, and they're like, this is a gig that's never going to be given up, right? So I think the entertainment was always good, but I think it's even better than it's ever been because we truly have, Broadway status performers, and a lot of them want to be on a Disney cruise line.
They're amazing. I mean, they really are. The Golden Mickey stands out as one of the best. I loved. Truly, it's amazing. The Disney talent, what you would expect, but you can't miss them. You can't miss them. So depending upon the timing of your dining rotation, you have either the early one, which is 6 p.m., or the later one, which is 8:15. Then you switch what time you go and see the show. So with us having an 8:15, we'll watch the 6 p.m. show and then do dinner. So we'll have the show first, but you can't miss them. It's a different one every night, and they are spectacular.
Yes, unbelievable. And then, to be able to relax and go watch a movie and have popcorn if you want on the cruise line. Or the spa in itself, right? Just go and relax and go get a massage. And, I think that's pretty amazing. They have a beautifully themed hairstyle too, in many of the cruises it's called Tangled, so like Rapunzel letting our hair down and all the theme behind that. Rod is actually going to go to the barber on the cruise. He's going to we already made a reservation, but it's more of an experience. So you go in, get a shave, get a haircut or whatever, but they also have like a wall where you can have a little bourbon while you're sitting there and doing that. And so it's just very upscale, nice. But as a middle bear, that's something I wouldn't have known as a first timer, so I didn't book it in time. But obviously Tara's probably experienced it before, but as a middle bear, this will be our first experience with him doing that. Yeah.
I'm excited for you. It's Hook's Barbary, I think, right? Yes.
Hook's Barbary.
Yes.
And then I love you guys, if you haven't seen it, my daughter even texted my husband, there's this Disney commercial that's on right now with the Disney Cruise Line. Did you see it?
Yes, Paul and I saw it, and we were bawling.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Just the whole idea of a little one wanting to walk around that outdoor deck, and then they get older, they're walking around that outdoor deck, and then they get to the point too now that the little boy is a father and has the little one. And now he knocks on the grandfather's door and says, hey, Dad, this one can't sleep. What are they going to do? All three of them are walking. Matter of fact, it makes me tear up right now. Yeah.
Disney hit it old school with that one and success again, right?
Yes. Now, with regard to the rooms, Tara, you want to talk about, and especially with you cruising so much, I will say I've had different cruise lines that I will not go back to again because, not Disney, but their rooms are too tiny.
Okay.
Or they've changed. There's a cruise line now that was doing a change where their balcony feels more like a green room. It's not overly air. So I won't go back to that one.
No.
But Disney cruises, I'm going to walk people through a little bit about what they'll experience, because I think Melissa might be excited to hear about the size and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I can't compare it to another cruise line. I've only sailed with Disney.
Oh,
I know. I don't see it changing.
Right? Why would you?
Exactly. So Disney Cruise Line, we usually get the family veranda. And when my boys were little, the attendant comes and pulls down the room for you. There's a nice big shade, so it kind of separates your room into two. And they have two individual twin beds that will pull down, so they each have their own space. And they pull the curtain, so it, like I said, it does feel like two separate rooms. But I do agree, Kim, the veranda, the full veranda rooms is to me the full experience. You do pay a little more versus an inside room that doesn't have that ocean view. But to me, if that's something that you can budget for, it's really a nice experience to kind of wake up, and even if it's in the middle of the night, and just pop out there and see that you're in the open sea, and it's beautiful.
yes. And, there's things like you could order room service if you want to just kind of rest. We're all working hard and traveling and taking care of families and stuff.
Yes.
And so you may find, hey, I'm going to get in, I'm going to unload my clothes, which you have plenty of closet space, plenty of drawers, plenty of places where you can put the electric in, like Tara said, they've got an iron somewhere on that floor if you need to iron clothes. But then if you really, that first morning, if you want to relax and order room service the night before, they bring it to you and you can sit out on that deck and look at the water and you just melt.
That's
yes.
amazing.
And it's included. I mean, most places, certainly hotels, you have an upcharge, and the majority of items are included in your sailing for room service. So that's a nice little amenity too.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having coffee in the morning. And then I hear that I was researching that you could order Mickey bars too for room service if you want.
Yes. Melissa Ray will tell you that is true. Yes, at least two.
So Mickey bars every night.
Mickey bars every night. Yeah, that is included. The premium bar. Yep.
Yes. So now we've settled into our room. We know that our reservations are available to us, that we can all collect each other, our group of 6, and be sitting at a table and enjoying. So a couple of things that we know in advance is if you wanted to, you can buy beverage packages in advance, or you could, your internet stuff in advance. Sometimes people wait to do the internet while you're on the ship. Because I got to tell you, 30 years ago, if you went on a cruise ship, you were kind of gone. If somebody needed you for work, sometimes that was a good thing. But now you still feel like you can still stay connected, but maybe you check it once a day versus just carrying your phone. So you're, getting detached from the cell phone. But I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we can bring 2 bottles of wine per person. You can pack that if you want, and you can bring that on the ship, or I think it was a 6-pack of beer or something like that. So always check and see when you're cruising, what are those extra things that maybe you can pack. Now, I understand with that, you have to bring that on your carry-on. You can't put it in the luggage and they bring it in. But the bag that you have, now that's probably stuff you would have in your room versus, because otherwise you'd probably buy a package while you're dining to say, I might want to have a bottle of wine at dinner each night. And they'll know that, your server will say, oh, I see you have that package. What would you like? And then, of course, many people don't drink either. It seems like a lot of people are not wanting those packages now, but realize if you do, that's something you probably want to take care of on your app, right?
So you could order that bottle, that package at a time, and it travels along with you from meal to meal.
Yes. And that's the beauty of our servers that are going to travel with us. Now, they don't travel with us. So when we go to Palo, is that right, Tara? Because
that's right. That's a different staff.
That's a different staff. But otherwise,
dining. Yeah.
And we can tell them that you have the package because they usually have that on their computer and all that good stuff.
They're all
any type of clothes or anything. I know there's a gym, and I know we got some fitness people, the 2 of you. Want to talk about that at all?
There's a beautiful gym. There's a beautiful gym there. There's some early morning classes. Some of them are included in the sailings, and others you can pay for, kind of like a personal trainer. And included on Castaway is the Castaway Cay 5K. And that is an official Run Disney run that you do through Disney. You will get a medal, and it's included. Like I said, you don't have to spend that extra money. Here is the medal that you will get.
I'm excited for the medal. I'm doing it.
That's right, Melissa. And you do not have to run. You can walk.
Yep.
I'd say it's probably 50-50. You can run it. You can walk it. Very low key honor system, right? You can start whenever you want. I usually go in the morning because it's so hot. And then there are 2 cast members at the finish, and they will give you your little medal. You tell them you finished, and that's that. Yeah. But the gym is incredible also on the ship.
Yes, and there's a sports court too, because remember, the below deck type of thing is where a lot of the youth programs are. And usually, like when our daughter, she was 5 when she went on her first Disney cruise, and the lady that was in charge of the kids programs was a friend of ours, and she met Ashley at the top of the escalator. And I thought, I don't know if Ashley's going to want to be separated from us on the cruise. Well, our daughter did not want to see us. She was having so much fun. She was like, see you later. I don't want to come back. Yeah. So they're usually having their own events, and it's very cool. But to have a sports court too that I have seen adults and kids use. But I mean, it's like looks like an NBA basketball court and stuff.
Oh,
right?
it's great.
Ping pong. Rod's going to want to, my husband's going to want to challenge everybody in ping pong. So just beware. Beware of that. Beware of that.
I love it.
All right. So I want to give you guys the platform. Talk about anything you want about what we're getting ready to do. Sorry, you started it.
For me, for the wrap up, I'm really looking forward to obviously spending the time with all of us together. It's going to be really special to watch Melissa and Paul just have such a great time for their first experience. Castaway is always my favorite excursion. I can't wait, but especially having the cabana this time on Lookout, which will be a first for me. Really excited for the whole 4-night experience on the beautiful Wish.
Excellent. And Melissa?
And for me, I'm also excited to just spend time with all of you and just, friends together and just getting into some adventures together. I'm really looking forward to experiencing all the nights out with the shows and seeing all the shows and the food. I'm excited to dress up a little bit too for some of the different nights like Pirate Night and the different themes, and just really dive into the whole Disney Cruise Line experience. My first one, and I know I'm going to love it. I'm already hooked. I'm not even on the ship yet. And when we get back, I'm like, oh, I'm hooked.
I love it. I will share with you before I'm even finished with the cruise. I'm already looking at my husband saying, when are we going to book the next one? And the older I get, I'm trying to figure out how can I live on a cruise ship for most of my life and then come back and still do my business.
Not a bad idea.
It's beautiful. They're making up your room for you. They're cooking for you. Everything's spotless and clean. You got a doctor that's available to you if there's any medical type of stuff. Disney also, it's not just the Caribbean that they go to. You can take some transatlantic stuff where they're, in Alaska. And girls, we could figure out how to do this full time, I'm thinking.
You could. And Kim, you mentioned booking the one in the future, but don't forget that placeholder that we are all allowed to book.
Oh.
On the cruise. You can only do it while you're on the cruise, but you can do a placeholder for 1 or 2 rooms, small deposit, and you get somewhere between 10 and 20% off that next booking.
Good.
That's a really good thing to do.
You heard it here. Sorry, knows.
Yep, the placeholder. That's a good trick.
I love it. Well, we hope that everybody enjoyed and learned a little bit about going on a Disney Cruise Line. Like I said, please make sure that you subscribe and like to Near Disney YouTube channel so you can see Tara and myself and Melissa with Whistle While You Work. And we will probably, most assuredly, going to be doing a video of what we experienced afterwards. So we'll have a follow-up video. Does it sound good, girls?
Sounds great.
Okay, very good. All right, you guys, enjoy and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because This is truly a magical place to live.
Muted. Oh, there I am muted. Thank you. Thank you, Dee, for letting me know. I just wanted to say I'm looking so forward to this time away with my girlfriends, and there's 6 of us that are traveling. It was wonderful to see Paul Pruitt jump in and say that he's looking forward to going on this cruise as well. They've cruised a lot, but this will be their first Disney cruise. So thank you once again for watching. Please subscribe and like what we talked about with both of the YouTube channels, Whistle While You Work, and also Near Disney. So hopefully when we get back, we're going to be seeing some extra video of what we actually experienced. I'm really happy to see the last video that we did that Dee Bellavati, my YouTube producer, what a great job he does, right guys? Right? He was taking footage that we did years ago and incorporating into the talk of the 3 Amigos. And I thought it was great because I got to see Yvonne, Chang, and Bill, and they were friends traveling with us last time. And now I get the 3 Amigos, and we're really looking forward to it. So we are leaving Monday, get back on Friday. The beauty of living in Central Florida is, especially when you have a really great real estate team. Elijah Lewis is at the helm when I'm gone. And like we talked, if I'm needed, I'm going to have my phone and he can text me and we can still be doing business. But what's interesting is that one of our closings this week, actually Disney Deb is buying a big, beautiful home here in Celebration. She had a nice condo and now has decided to be more definitively living here. And she's going to be on the cruise with me. So I'm going to be doing the walkthrough for her home Monday morning before we get on the cruise ship early afternoon that day. And then we'll be back on Friday so that she can enjoy her new house. How exciting is that? And then Tara is looking to secure herself more because she's got a wonderful condo here. And she's like, you know what? I want to live here more full time. So we are in the process of getting her into a bigger home here as well. So if anybody's looking for a great 2-bedroom condo that looks over water and conservation, give me a call. We've got one for you, and it's beautiful. All right, so I'm starting to see lots of beautiful, lots of thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. Once again, we will have Elijah Lewis on Monday night talking about all things celebration. And then on Wednesday night, my real estate dream team, they talk about the 25-mile radius around Cinderella Castle. And then on Fridays or Saturdays, typically we have an evergreen video that Dee Bellavati produces with us. And once again, can't say thank you enough. We appreciate you following, subscribing, and liking. And we hope to see you guys real soon. I don't see any questions other than just a lot of beautiful hearts and a lot of people saying enjoy. I appreciate it. It's good to get away, right? Every once in a while so we don't get burned out. And it's always a blessing when we get to spend time with some really great quality people, which I get to do next week. Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.